This is a video on branch, a scratch mod that combines all the mods together. Not all the mods, but you can say as some of the mods together. And according to me, it's kind of a less overwhelming because they sorted much more better. And also the added blocks are moved into the below like that. That's why it's much more easy for me. And of course, it has many things from the other mods and some from itself. So let's just check out the top bar now. As usual we will do. And the top bar doesn't have much changes. I think so the share button has been removed. And files have no change there. If you shift click it, you'll get developer mode if you want. You cannot shift click here to get developer mode. This logo. And edit also has no change. Compress has been moved. There's a help. I will not click here because this will redirect to a website about branch. You can see that it's developed by these people over here, like PowerPoint 56, which is the person I know quite well, but not like by talking, but I know I've seen his forum messages lots of times. And then nothing else has changed in the right and the middle. Means the canvas, this sprite list, or this script tab or any other tab, there's no change. Even over here, no changes there. So let's jump into the block palette. And in the block palette, I feel much more easier. Of course, I can say because everything is moved here rather than being somewhere between and all, confusing me. So let's come directly here. I already told it. This one is from the last mode that we reviewed. I think it is known as, I forgot its name itself. I think it's Bones. Yeah, this thing is from Bones. It cares a lot about other sprites. That's the thing. Not much useful, but yeah, something. In case you need to move something else. If you see in my previous videos, I think so this might be slightly boring, but of course you can click below in the link if you need this mod or something. That's all I'm making this video for. And yeah, you can't make a mouse pointer to move. That's the strange thing which I forgot. Yeah, we made the new sprite to move. And then this is a kind of new block which I've seen, which I have not yet seen in any mods, but I'm just saying like that. You can also point towards a direction which I've already seen. If x is 0, it will point towards y. If both are 0, I think so it'll get normal. Oh yeah, it didn't get normal there, and I don't know. Yeah, if both are same, it's gonna be doing something else. So the thing I should do is, I don't know, if y is 0, that's the reason. Okay, I didn't got that right, and okay, that's kind of strange. Anyway, fine. And this thing I should be working more on or something, if I need to understand. Move with arrow. I said this thing is a shortening script, which is kind of useful. I think so. Do you need a forever loop over here or something? No, that doesn't need forever loop. I think that needs a forever loop there. You can see how it works. You don't need to make a long script with if conditions and all for this to work. That's how this works. You can make, I don't know if this is useful for making platform or whatever. You can also enable WASD there. Just a different key. Okay, that's just a different key over there. And you can also choose other combinations, means like 4 player maximum kind of interaction you can do. And you can also make it draggable or undraggable, but it only works for other sprites, not itself, which is a problem, just like in Bones. But they didn't add like make me draggable like that and all. It's kind of weird, like you only need to make others to be draggable or not and not care about yourself. Anyway, fine, just make things simpler. And you can also check if it's draggable, like if you just do like that, it will say true, say false. But you cannot do yourself, you have to go to sprite 2 and make yourself draggable. That's kind of weird. Anyway, it's a kind of cool way to do coding or something. And you can also move 10 steps towards something like sprite 2. Okay, which is sprite 2 here, I don't know. I thought I scribbled on sprite 2. So this is sprite 2 with a scribble over there. Okay, it's moving 10 steps towards the sprite 2, so we can understand. This can be used for alternative to glide when you put in repeat statement. Of course, I will just show you an example. I know this will slow down the video and it's kind of repetitive if you've seen this video already. This is not just repeat 10, you have to repeat many times. It can be 20 or whatever. This would kind of create a glitch if you did once more. You can see it's slightly vibrating, that's the problem. And so let's look into the controls category now as we looked at these things. So controls category has not much things, but yeah, while is there, you can use your help if you need, but I think so it will not work. And you can just put like, it's rather than being like repeat until, means when the condition is correct, it will just repeat that thing until the condition gets correct, but this thing will do while the condition is correct. This is the opposite of repeat until, I think so, but I am not trying like that. So let's make a variable so that we could test this out, because I kind of forgot this. So we put variable is equal to 1, I mean 0, move 10 steps. You can see it's moving 10 steps. Now let's make it go back to its original position, like, oh, I'm sorry, but anyway, it is resetting this position. You can see it's doing this thing, but it's opposite of the repeat until. Means like if you put this condition over here, it will become kind of weird. This will repeat until v is equal to 0, but v is already 0, so there's nothing to do. But if you put 1, it's gonna work. As you can see, it's just the opposite of the repeat until. And you can just put a not if you need to replicate while or something like that. Means use a not operator along with repeat until. I think repeat until is I don't like. I prefer this one more than this one. Anyway, fine. And we are coming to the looks category. You can see some of the things from the previous versions of Scratch are being added as well. And you can go to front layer. These things are same. You can change stretch by something. First, let me just reset this. First, let me just create a new project so that it will be much more clearer. And then I'll be stretching it by 10. You can see stretch is working. Whatever is the reason they removed this thing. You can launch the paint editor. Like, I think this is also taken from some mods. I think maybe Bingo. We'll just edit that costume. This is also kind of a new thing, kind of inspired or something. H flip is horizontal flip. I think this also I saw in the previous mod, maybe Bones, I think so. And also vertical flip, but it's called as different. Am I on costume 1? This would check if it's in a particular costume. You can see it's not in costume 1. You can check if am I in logo, that's true. This would check if it's in logo 1, false. Logo 2, false. Just check for a condition like that. It's kind of useful in cloning or something like that. And so we are going to the sensing category. You can see a new thing is added. This is for sensing if one thing touches the other, if there are more than one sprite. Not that useful, but yeah. It's also something that cares for other sprites, that's the thing, instead of itself. That's what I'm coming to say. Or you can also find where the mouse pointer touches other sprites. Importing, so we are in sound category. We can import sound or record sound. This also we are seeing in other mods. Length of the pop. You can find a length of a music. Wait, I don't have any music import, so let me just record something. Hello, this is a recording. I'm recording a sound over here. So we just record for 3 seconds. Oh, let me just change to recording 1. 3.4 seconds or something like that. You can do system beep, but it's not going to work. And then operators got some things over here. Of course, the drop down may be extended. No, it's not. And you can also check if it's lesser than or equal to. Lesser than and equal to. You can rather use this thing as its replicant, but whatever it is. Let's test this out. True. This will also report true. If you put 0, it will report false. Yeah, that's how it works. And this is greater than. This means this number should be greater than this or equal to this. And it's a true or false reporter and a new line. You can check if branch contains A. This thing is added. I think this is added now also in Scratch. There's a pen down checker and also pen size checker. I forgot to check these things. You can stamp itself in different places without even being moved, which is kind of interesting. Means it never moved anywhere, but you can make it to put it somewhere like that. You can see it never moved. You can see the sprite is still here, but how it put the stamp there, I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Maybe could prevent lag in some cases or cause lags. And you can make that 3D thing. It's just a fake effect, but this is just kind of changed, I think so. I think this one should be put in a for loop or something. I don't know if it's working or whatever. This also inspired from the bones thing. And you can make a variable, and you can see there's no change in there. You can also make a list. That's no change in here as well, but this thing is new, I think so. Splitting the list into list, my list, I can put that rather than creating a new list. You can see 1 2 3 4 5 is added here. Anywhere there's a comma, it's gonna be splitted, as you can see over here. This list is separated into 3 parts of a list, and you can also join your list. You've seen commas, my list. You can see it's just reporting this thing, just reporting the list separated using commas, or of course you can separate using slashes or even and. Yeah, that's how it works, and that's all are added to list. And you can see it's much more lighter on me, but of course I think so that also will happen to you also, rather than creating some kind of unnecessary blocks which makes things very heavy. You can write things to a file. I don't know if you can create a file through this. Of course it should create a file over here or something. Yeah, here is main.txt, and you can see it's putting text into the main.txt file. There you can also put hello there. Then you can also read files. This is just, you can delete the file main.txt if you want. Let me just read the file. Okay, it says hello because I changed it. You can delete the file main.txt. You can see main.txt is no longer there. Deleted it. Now if you try to read the file, it will not work, I think so. It didn't work. And you can also read a line of the file. Just write one more file. You can of course not do multi-line. Just create this file and just edit it using Notepad rather. Just do it like that. Just give a save. We can read line 1 of main.text and see hello this is. You can read line 2, whatever line you want you can read. Yeah, you can see it's saying hello. The 3 would say bye, that's it. And you can also read hashtag home the total number of lines of main.text. Oh, I put it in the wrong place. Yeah, this report 0 because I already made a script. You can pick a file path if you needed to, and even this sprite you can check your name, or of course change your name to branch or whatever. Yeah, the internet block, you can open a web page or check if you're hosting a mesh. Now you can see it's true. Now it's false. Of course you can join mesh as well, but I don't want to. I think you can only use this block to join mesh. You cannot use any additional things here. And even there's a program blocks which would set your clipboard to hello, and if you can check your clipboard, it's hello. And go to main.text, just paste something like that. You can see hello is coming there. I didn't copy anything. Let's just check out something else then, like that. I know this is too much or something. We just did sub to me. You can see it's control, even control V is working. Even the opposite direction will work. Like if I'm copying me, you can see change to me. Let user change project speed. You can see it's checking, it will ask for a project speed. You can on the turbo and even off it, I think so, but there's no reporter for the turbo. If I'm running it, you can check the speed and see, then only you know. You can see which change to normal mode, and you can also show and hide cursors, pop up a content with title. You can also confirm if are you sure, yes or no. Actually, I'm not ready to make that person more changes over here. You can see the report name, and finally we have seen almost all the features here, and this is just a 1.1 version, which is what is a comment over here. And I think that's all about this video, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. And you can also remember that I'll leave a link in the below to its official website, as well as my own download link as well, in case it's just down later in some years or something.